remind me to return this to the Mar-a-Lago library. I want to talk about how Trump's one big beautiful bill robs from the poor to pay the rich. I won't be distracted by the Iran war, Trump sanctioning law firms for representing his opponents, attacking universities, and intimidating any critical media. Thus, I won't mention he asked the FCC to revoke CBS's license because of 60 Minutes criticism. I won't talk about his tariffs, how they'll raise prices and hurt small businesses that import products. I won't mention that his deportations are almost half law-abiding workers and a percentage that will increase as they run out of criminals and still need to meet their quota. Or how that is decimating the workforce of U.S. farms, hotels, and restaurants. Instead, my focus is his big, beautiful transfer payment from the poor to the rich. I won't be distracted by all the other things hidden in the 1,000-page bill, such as keeping judges from enforcing their orders so Trump can ignore them, or ending the tax-exempt status of nonprofits deemed to support terrorist organizations, like the Democratic Party, or how it repeals the $200 excise tax on the sale of gun silencers to boost their sales, or how it guts funding for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which protects consumers from fraudulent business practices. So without the distractions, first of all, who makes the legal title of a congressional bill the One Big Beautiful Bill Act? A child must have named it. Basically, the bill provides tax cuts, mostly for the rich, and cuts Medicaid and food stamps to partially pay for the tax cuts. Trump argues that tariffs and an economic boom from the tax cuts will balance the rest. The Congressional Budget Office isn't buying it. They project a $3 trillion deficit. As shown in this chart from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, there are large tax cuts for the rich and tiny token tax cuts for the poor and middle class. The token benefits to the poor are dwarfed by the cuts to Medicaid and increased inflation due to tariffs. The tariffs hit the poor and middle class more since they spend a higher proportion of their money on buying goods. The rich spend their money on the stock market. The goodies for the rich include increasing the estate tax exemption to $30 million for couples, which only benefits the rich, maintaining the corporate tax cut from 35% to 20%, and adding a new 20% deduction for pass-through businesses. There are even new taxes on the poor, such as a host of new fees for immigration applications. To discourage immigration, there is a 5% tax on aliens sending money home to their gray-haired mothers in other countries, which also applies to our 13 million legal permanent residents. This Yale Budget Lab chart shows the bill reduces the incomes of the bottom 80% of Americans to benefit the top 20%. Remember how Trump's 2017 corporate tax cuts were permanent, with the balance of the budget achieved by having the individual tax cuts expire? He's at it again. The Trump touted no tax on tips or overtime, the new MAGA account for newborns, the R&D write-offs, car loan deductions, and the $4,000 senior deduction all expire in 2028, coincidentally, at the end of Trump's term. The painful budget cuts of the Medicaid work requirement and ending of clean energy tax credits are deferred until after Trump's term. It's highly unlikely that the next administration will resist pressure to continue these, so the deficit will be even larger. It's reverse Robin Hood with the debt dumped on our children. The Senate should reject it.